Marwa came on camera. Marwa vigilantly rejects Rocio's separation claims, and Marwa says he never agreed to these, and Rocio is using these to get views.
And Rocio has decided to say, we are separated on the internet. She didn't even call me to tell me I'm going to announce this, guys. And you know, there's a time she mentioned something like this in the back. I told her, hey, look, if your views are low and you want to use family to make views, it's okay. But it's not advisable.
Marwa and Rocio need to solve their relationship issues offline and not online.
But she had told me that she wanted to do a video on YouTube to say we are separated. Me, I've never agreed we are separated. It's her who was separated from me. Me, I didn't separate from her. I want to make this very clear. It's her concept, it's her idea, it's her thoughts of separation. Me, I knew as any other family, big surprise. But she had told me that she wanted to do a video on YouTube to say we are separated. Me, I've never agreed we are separated. It's her who was separated from me. Me, I didn't separate from her. I want to make this very clear. It's her concept, it's her idea, it's her thoughts of separation. Me, I knew as any other family.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my name, a village content creator born and raised in a village set up with no jobs. At the end of the day, I do content creation to earn a living. That being that, for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified. Watch my videos till the end without skipping any ads. Show love to this YouTube channel. Let us like all the videos, and let me start by saying this. Something very unusual has happened in the story between Marwa and Rocio. After Rocio publicly announced that they had separated, many people assumed that the decision was mutual. But Marwa has now come out and said something completely different. He says he never agreed to any separation. According to him, the announcement was Rocio's decision alone. So today, let us analyze this video carefully, what Marwa actually said and what might it mean, because sometimes the way people phrase things reveal a lot more than the words themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by the word that Marwa himself altered. I never agreed to separation. One of the strongest statements Marwa make is actually that statement. He says he never agreed that they have separated. That statement is very important in a relationship. Separation usually happens in one of the two ways. One, both people mutually agree. Number two, one person decides to leave. Marwa is clearly suggesting that the second scenario is what happened here. According to him, this was Rocio's concept, Rocio's idea, and Rocio's decision. By saying this publicly, Marwa is drawing a very clear line. He is telling the audience that he did not initiate the breakup. We have talked on the camera before. We have lamented a lot of allegations, a lot of stories, announcements on the internet. Because another interesting part, Marwa's response is when he says that Rocio announced the separation online without even calling him first. That detail changes how the audience interprets the situation, because normally in a relationship, especially when children and family are involved, such decisions are communicated privately before being shared publicly. Now this brings us to another situation. I remember when the last horse that died, Rocio came on camera and said that Marwa called her and delivered information that the horse has died. So this tells us that there has been a constant communication between Rocio and Marwa himself. So Marwa is implying that the public announcement came before a personal conversation, and if that is true, it will explain why he says that the news was a big surprise to him. We have seen normally and normal at times that Marwa positions himself as the victim. In yesterday's live stream, we saw Marwa came up with a lot of stories that he just had these in internet, either a lot of blah 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 questions. So let me talk about the previous incident that Marwa has brought on camera. Marwa also revealed that something from the past. He says that there was a time when Rocio mentioned something similar before, and his response at that time was very direct. He told her that if views on YouTube are low and someone wants to use family drama to attract views, then that is their choice. But he also warned Rocio that using family matters for content, it is not advisable. This statement suggests that Marwa may believe the situation has happened before, or at least that it had been mentioned previously, and that raises an interesting question. Is this simply a relationship conflict, or is it also connected to content creation and online storytelling? Because I've done 2 videos back to back. One talking about Rocio's stand when it comes to this discussion. Another video that I've uploaded today, I was discussing about what Marwa came on camera and said. One of the subscribers came to the comment section and said that basically what Rocio and Marwa are doing is basically because of views. So me, I just responded back and told the subscriber that let us not contemplate the next move, because this is very dangerous. We are actually between. We don't know if this is the right direction or this is wrong. But as far as I'm concerned, this situation did not start yesterday. This situation started a long time ago, and there are some instances that make this issue very serious. You won't tell me that if this is something like a drama, we could never expect that Rocio's family could come to Kenya and go back with her. We could not say that Rocio, what Rocio she's saying, it is basically about drama, because what Rocio talked about is deeply in his heart, not what is coming out from the mouth. Let me talk about the public narrative. What we are seeing now is 2 different narratives. Rocio publicly says that they are separated. Marwa says that he never agreed to the separation. So the audience is left with 2 perspectives. And in public relationships, especially when both people are content creators, the story can become complicated because personal life and online content often become intertwined. We have seen scripts that have been performed before, where we see something like extortion of money from subscribers, are performed scripts that actually appear to be somehow real scenarios in the ground. But leaving that aside, let me talk about this. Why Marwa is classified these. Marwa seemed determined to make one thing very clear. He does not want people to believe that he walked away from the relationship. Instead, he emphasizes that separation idea came from Rocio. By repeating that point several times, he is shaping how the public will interpret the situation. Marwa does not want to be seen as the problem in this instance, because Rocio herself came on camera, spoke about cultural difference, spoke about how Congress mom actually asked her why she's not conceiving, or why she's not getting pregnant. Rocio herself came and said that their parents came to Kenya because they were God sent. So some alteration, or some of the spoken words from Rocio suggests a very heavy weight in the statement that Rocio comes with on the camera. And let me say this: in this world, social media, controlling narrative is extremely important. So when you listen carefully to Marwa's message, you notice three key themes. First, he says separation was not normal. Second, he claims that the announcement was made online before he was informed privately. Let me say this: there is no telephone footage suggesting that Rocio called Marwa. And I know Rocio. Rocio will come on camera vigilantly again, or vividly, and will bring out all the allegations that she will come on camera and say that I informed Marwa about this decision. It's only that Marwa never listened. And to me, I tend to believe that the reason why Rocio came on camera and spoke about this issue without any doubt, or without actually hesitating, the reason is this: Marwa severally has come on camera and said that Rocio, my wife, and Rocio herself has never come to the camera and say that Marwa, my husband. Yeah, what he came on camera and say that Marwa is his partner, is his partner. That is what Rocio came on camera and say that broadly. So there is no instance where Rocio classify himself like married, or this my boyfriend, this used to be my boyfriend. In most of the cases, maybe sometimes he goes ahead and say that Marwa gave her the son, and that son is blessing to her, and that is what she usually said. And the third, it suggests that the family matter should not be used in online content. So whether this story ends here or continues to unfold online, because already Marwa came on camera and said that if Rocio comes with some other series, you just go watch the series, but for him, is out of these, is not going to respond any accusations or any claim. So only time will tell. But one thing is very clear: this situation has now become more than just a relationship issue. It has become a public story watched by thousands of people on the internet. This is not the first story that we are hearing about separation. We have heard this before, and I don't know why this story now brings a lot of tension, but I have to appreciate that at the end of the day, we eat from what is being said online and from what we react on. Having said that, let me end this conversation from this point. Let us meet in the next episode. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again.